Kara still finishing because she's a slow eater.
Well, I still have chicken left, but I bought chicken breasts, and I'm not a fan of the chicken breast because it can be really dry to me. No matter how these are tender, they're totally tender, but to me it's dry. So anyway, I did a whole bunch of meal prepping, and we pulled them out and put them on the grill, and they grilled up nice. Like I just took the glass jar and put it in the grill like an oven, and flavor's good. All those things are good. Kira has um, chicken chunks with hers has a little bit of Alfredo sauce because she's not as having to lose weight as much as I do. And then bell pepper, red peppers, and the cherry tomatoes, which are your favorite. And then there was butter in there also, so there's a lot of butter on the plate, but that helps with the. This is a really dirty shirt, and it's actually clean because I just pulled it out. Yeah. So sorry. How is everybody? I got the computer set up right here so I can actually read what everybody says. Who do we got? KJ, Jody, Jim, Vicky, Cora.
KJ says she's unsupervised with something.
Carla, uh-oh. Hi, Judy. KJ's unsupervised. We're not. My grandson's here. So we're totally supervised.
Yeah. The boys came
Hi,
back.
Susan. Hi, Michael. How's the weather over in Wisconsin? So I did, I've been kind of asking everybody, have you heard what our winter's going to be like? Hi, Alicia. And nobody has known. Well, I pulled up the Farmer's Almanac for northern Idaho, and it says that we're going to have bipolar weather. So it's going to be, it'll get chilly, and then it'll warm up, and then it'll get chilly, and then it'll warm up. And then apparently in February, we're going to have a foot of snow, it says. And then back to warming up. So I feel like it's going to be like that very first winter that I was here, and we never really had snow on the ground for very long. We had and it kept saying rain. Expect rain. There's going to be lots of rain. So apparently we're going to have a mild winter. Just more rain in it.
Does this just prove the fact that Mother Nature is bipolar?
Well, there's ebbs and flows in the winter kind of thing. Hi, Susan. What is Kira eating? It looks good. She has. It's supposed to be a chicken with a butter herb sauce on it, and then I threw in some vegetables with some. She's got cherry tomatoes and red bell peppers in there, and then we added her Alfredo sauce. It's from a can. It's not scratch, but yeah, I prepped a bunch of meals, so I got a bunch of different kinds. Mine was asparagus with chicken breast strips on it, with the same herb sauce on there. It is pretty good.
Super good.
So I have had the last, 3 days, today being the worst, massive amounts of fatigue. Like, have you ever walked through, I'm going to say the shallow end of a pool where like the water's probably up to your knees and you're just kind of like, that's how I feel all the time. And that's what Kira said she feels all the time too. But she did say that the multivitamin is helping with hers. At least the cat wants some, or at least wants to know what's going on.
Yeah. Like, I still feel fatiguey, but it's not as bad as when I first got here.
Good.
So.
It's good. The multivitamin is one that I used to take, but I gave her because I read that when they combine everything together and you have lupus, and I don't know about RA, it will trigger your lupus symptoms. So I stopped taking it because I didn't want to trigger symptoms. So I have not been taking it, and I don't know, maybe that's what the problem is. The cats are a little tiny bit riled up. One, because they got outside and then they got captured and brought back in. And two, because we have baby ducks in here.
Kai, on the other hand, is just mad.
He is so mad. He's just hissing. He's walking around hissing at everything. Like,
yeah, he didn't get to go outside yesterday.
No, he's very angry. We did get their little jungle gym set up you guys can't see it, but it's on the walls and stuff. They can get up and a little box and a hammock and a scratchy post over here, and it's kind of fantastic. And they're trying it out and stuff.
The cats got the outdoors in their blood now.
They got the outdoors in their blood, totally do, and they are not happy about that. But we did pick up some lumber to make a catio real quick so that they could at least, kind of go out here. Kai has started body slamming the, I don't know if you guys can see how the screen is popping out over there. This one's out because we crawled through it, but it wasn't staying in real well anyway. So when we would open these windows, he would just like blam and knock them down. So, because he's the heaviest one, it works for him. It doesn't work for the others. They can crawl right up it. So we decided to tap on a catio on the outside, and then they can at least go out there. Hopefully that'll make them happy. But yeah, they're pretty riled up about not being able to get out now.
Yeah, he's really not gonna like it when we go back to Kentucky.
No, and then he doesn't get out at all.
No.
He's gonna be mad at you. I don't know why you get these cats that are like hardcore hunters, and then you're like, and you're going to live inside.
Okay, in my defense, every cat I've gotten was a rescue from being outdoors. So he was a baby, and he's like.
So his mom taught him to hunt. His mom and his siblings. They were all big hunters because they lived outside, and he got snatched up and stuck inside.
Yeah, the other one that was up for adoption was already taken. So
yeah.
So it was like Kai it is. And he bit me, so I knew he was love at first.
No, that's not love at first sight.
It was love at first bite. I was gonna put him down and put wait, but then as I was putting him down, he calmed down and bit me and wanted to play. And I was like,
yeah. Perfect. Yeah, you read those wrong. You read those cues wrong. I would really like to make it to where they could go completely underneath the shipping container, because then, they can hunt mice or whatever that get under there. So that, and I think that may make them happier, especially if they could do netting under there. So that they can't, they could still see out. Maybe that would be. The other thing that we're looking at is the on the wireless containment system, where they wear the little collars and you can set it for 90 feet around the house, and then they can go up to that point and stop. So we're kind of looking at that. It's expensive. I was shocked. I was expecting like $55 for the collars. No, $155 for the collars for each animal. And I think I have 2 collars. I had that system, and it got wet, and it was left out, and it got really, really wet. So we, it died. So I have to replace that. That system is about $200 or $300 ish. It's kind of gone up, but and then that system comes with 1 collar. So that would cover Chloe and Justin.
yes,
And then we'd have to buy collars for the kittens, because the kittens and dogs under 5 pounds or 5 pounds you use the same collar for the cats and those little dogs.
Yeah, I remember the order. It was 10-pound Kai, 5-pound Brendan, and
that's kind of the issue. Is the girls, we don't know how much they're going to weigh at their finished weight.
Yeah.
So it would really kind of suck to spend that much money on collars that don't work, because they're now heavier than what, but they may be trained by then and not even like it gives them a little alert buzzer, and so when they get close to it, so once they're trained to that, they hardly ever get shocked because they hear that buzzer and then run in. So
yeah.
I don't know, it's there's still a lot of conflict for me about it, because I want them to be outside barn cats, indoor outdoor cats, right? That's what I want them to be. I want them to be mousers. I want them to go in the barn, take care of mice in the barn. But we have such a heavy owl, hawk, and eagle pressure. And I mean heavy. I've lived places where, oh, there's a hawk, no big deal. We see 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hawks every day, 5 or 6 eagles every day, and we've got 4 owls that hang out here at night. So they will snatch a kitten. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think they could carry Kai off. The eagle could, but the hawks and the owls could not. But an eagle definitely could. And so we have a hawk here every day. Once we get the rabbit pressure down,
I named him Limpy.
he has one messed up leg, like it just hangs there, and it looks like the foot is like this, because it just hangs while he's flying. But he or she, I don't know what it is. It's kind of a flashy one. So I think we've decided that we're going to catch all the rabbits during one of the feedings and just start processing and canning the rabbits, and then not be too concerned about picking ones that we want to keep. The fatigue is, man, I'm sure you guys have dealt with fatigue before, but it is hard to push yourself when you have heavy fatigue.
Yeah.
Like, because I've had fatigue this whole season, but the last few days have been really, really difficult. It's either get them outdoors soon or wait until spring, otherwise their coats won't get heavy enough to deal with winter. Yeah, and the problem with winter is we have the cougar and the cats come in, the big cats come in, and
Hi, Daniela.
all of those. Hi, Danielle. So yeah, so then I figured they would probably stay in more in the winter anyway, just because they wouldn't really want to be out there. Now, Chloe, she loves the winter. She loves the cold. She wants to lay out in the snow, and getting her to come in is usually a big deal. Hi, I got another grandson. We're on our live. Your brother's upstairs. Nice haircut. Look at that. Fancy. Just came in. We've only had one all day. We've had Jasper all day.
Nice. Hi, Sam. Kisses.
Hi, Sam. Kiss. I said just do first names. You struggle with the last names. I struggle with last names.
I struggle with names in general.
Yeah. So that's kind of been our whole, hey boys, don't be super loud.
Okay.
So it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Our neighbor captured a big cat on his trail cam just up the road from us. My neighbor captured one on theirs, and they're literally not very far. I would say 1,000 feet from us. They're very close.
Basically, in country language, just around the corner.
Yeah, literally. And if you're driving down the driveway, it's down that first big jaunt that we come up is where their driveway is. But the pipeline, I can literally walk to them super easily and get to their house. And that's where the cat was on the pipeline. So that means that she's here, and she's here early, which is interesting.
You know what I just realized? Big cat was slang for mountain lion.
So Jody asked, have you tried hanging banners? I don't know what you mean by banners. Is this for the birds? We haven't tried really hanging anything or putting anything out for them. Because we have all these rabbits running around, like they're being called in because there's prey for them. So, they've learned this is where the buffet is. So they're going to come over here. So if we can get rid of the rabbits, like if we can go ahead and process and get all the rabbits done, then, they'll just go away. They'll just leave. So let's see. Danielle said, luckily we haven't seen one on ours. We just catch a random pig with a dog on ours. That's hilarious. Hi, Jimmy. Oh, it's good to see you too. That's my Uncle Jimmy. So you'll hear our baby ducks. We've got Muscovy ducks. This light is so hot. It's like I'm already starting to get hot. May have to turn this guy on. Okay, so I was thinking about, because we're in dust season now. The temperature's been really nice, so dust and wasp season right now. I did put out the cat food with the dog flea and tick liquid in there for dogs, and it has helped quite a bit actually. I kind of feel like I want to put out a couple more cans of that because it or we need to mix it up or something. Maybe we just put it in a can. I think maybe we need to spread it on a plate or something to where they can get it. But we put it in a can on the table inside a small tiny wire dog crate so that no other animals can get to it except for flying ones. So it's very protected. Yes, to deter the birds a bit, get the food source thing, yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like this season I'm really trying to pick my battles. We are down to firewood, the goat barn, and the deck, and waterproofing the shipping container. Those are the three absolute have-tos that we have to get done before winter. So luckily enough, and I was telling Kira, I said it seems like fall. It seems like the weather has hit fall. But in reality, northern Idaho, our basic temperature in the summer, my brain does not work.
Brain's not braining.
Brain's not braining. Anyway, is around 85. That's our temperature, our basic temperature. And we're not used to we're not supposed to have those super high 100-degree temperatures. That's just not normal for here.
Looking forward to the build.
I see it. So I don't, we're probably more in normal temperatures now than what we have been, where we have been really, really hot. And sometimes it's probably normal, but it seems like fall here. So I started getting panicky. Like, oh no, we've got so much to do. The goat barn I'm excited for it too, Jimmy. I want to get the goats in a better spot, and I want to get a milking area where it's easy to get in and milk them. I do think that the deck on top of the shipping container is going to be maybe like a 4-day thing. I don't think it's going to take very long to do it all. So that'll be really good. And then firewood is just kind of an ongoing thing. I will have, we're just going to have to get out there and I think saw for a couple. The problem is I just don't have the energy. And so we kind of, I have to pick what I'm doing for the day because then I lose all energy. So I want to go, I have to make the decision of, okay, do we go spend a week on firewood and do nothing else and just do firewood? And we go out there and do as much as we can for however long we can, and then rest the rest of the day. And when I say rest, I don't feel like our rest is like what people think it is. Because we still have to milk goats, we still have to feed animals, we still like walk around and kind of clean things up or move things. I putter constantly, still cleaning house, still taking care of all those things. That's still considered a rest day for us, even though it's really pretty busy. Let's see. Jody says, it's great that you have focus. You've done a great job of cleaning up. Now you can something your space and decide what I tried to take the heart off. It didn't work. I went and got rid of reactions. That is very true, Jody. Except for, again, we were actually just talking about this. I'm like, we did all this cleanup and I feel like there's just stuff everywhere again. Because we started cleaning out the RV, pulling everything out of the RV, and then we're going to sort through things, and we're putting them in the totes, and we're putting them in the tool shed, you know, and the RV is going to go up for sale. So we just got to do a really good clean out of it and fix a few little things. KJ, your rest and a lot of other people's rests are different worlds apart. Yeah. It's funny because I tell everybody, oh, we took a break day. Oh, yeah, what'd you do? And then I start listing off, and they're like, that's not a break day. That's what you did a lot. But I have to say today, we slept a lot. I had my VA appointment, and I went to sleep right after my VA appointment. It was on video conference, and I slept after that and was asleep until like, I don't know, 4 o'clock, I guess. Well, 3 something. All right, KJ, 18 months. Woo woo. You members really do help us out a lot, especially since we're in this season of we've slowed down on so much that we're just not getting views like we used to. And so that does really affect any kind of paycheck, and you guys have made it so we get one, and I appreciate that a lot. We went out and scouted for firewood today, stumbled on a nice patch of huckleberries. You're so lucky. I don't have huckleberries on the mountain that I know of. We've kind of walked around looking for them.
Yeah, some weird blueberries.
Well, you found Oregon grapes is what those are called. They look like little blueberries, but they're called an Oregon grape, and that does have medicinal value. I'm just not really sure what it is. I read it, and then I was like, oh, I thought those were just junk, but they're not. So, can't remember what they were all for, but we, so we've just kind of been trying to get some of that stuff done, and also trying to do some fun things. We went, what did we go do fun the other day? We went and got our pedicures, and then we went and saw a movie, and we're trying to maybe go see some more movies, just because we both kind of really enjoy that.
Yeah. Tuesdays are our big try to go because it's $5 Tuesday.
Yeah, at the big movie theater downtown. I mean, in Coeur d'Alene. So,
and in Sandpoint.
Oh, same in Sandpoint?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's cool. Then we wouldn't have to drive as far. That makes it a little bit more doable. The movie theater in Sandpoint is one of those really small movie theaters that I think used to be one of those dollar theaters, is what it feels like. It's a small one, but it's kind of nice.
Super cute.
KJ said, yes, Jody, everyone please hit the thumbs up and subscribe if you like the content. Thank you, KJ. It does help. It's, it's the sharing of videos. Like if you know anybody that's interested, it's hard for me right now because I just really feel like I'm not getting things done like I normally do. I feel like we were actually just talking about it today, and I've kind of started doing stanchion chats where I'm on the milk stanchion and I'm just chatting. And I was going to post those over on the other channel, but I feel like maybe I'm going to change that around. Instead of doing where we basically film for 2 days, I edit, it goes out. And then we film for 2 days, I edit, it goes out. That's how I've been doing it here lately. I think what I want to do is film everything that we do inside, because we are doing little things inside, prepping for some big stuff, to finish up some big stuff. And then all week, so we just do a little bit all week, and then film all of that, put all that together for one video, maybe on Mondays, film everything that we do outside, put all that together for Fridays, and then do a stanchion chat on Wednesdays. It would make it a little bit easier. Yeah. You guys just have to give me topics that you want to know my opinion on. Because I don't prep at all. I just get up there and chat.
Yeah, and she can chat.
I can chat. I have the gift of gab.
I do not. We also got to do the stove.
Oh, we bought a new wood stove. So we've talked in our members group, and I ask them questions all the time.
Hi, Homestead.
And hi, Simple Acres. And so we were talking about the efficiency of the wood stove that I have. So the one that I have right now is for 2,000 square feet. and the flue was broken in it. So I did an external flue, which did help, but it still burns through a lot of wood. And so the consensus was I needed to downsize to an appropriate square footage one, and one that has a flue that works in it so that I can crank it down. So I did that. I bought a new one that should be coming in, I think, next Saturday. So we're going to be pulling that old wood stove out, and then I want to work on the surround. This one's small, so I don't know. It seemed like maybe this small. It takes 11-inch firewood. So I'm really glad we did not jump into firewood super early and cut 18 inches or 16 inches, which is what that one is, because then we would have to go and cut every single one in half before, and then it would be like 8-inch logs going in there. It would be awful. It would be awful. But
there'd be a lot of faces made.
There would be. Like, I would have to have something, well, I would have to have the chainsaw ready and set up and be cutting through all the firewood before I used it, because I would not pull everything out. And now, that kind of is a bit of an issue because I have, I think, 3 cords of firewood coming that is being donated just because of the health situation that I'm in, and I'm a veteran. And those are, I think, 18-inch logs, so, or 16-inch logs. So we'll have to cut those in order for them to. What I might end up doing is cut them at 10 inches and then have a small piece that's more like the starter stuff, and we can cut those into. We can split those into little bitty starter pieces, and then you have starter pieces. So maybe that's what I'll end up doing.
KJ says it's the damper, not the flow.
Oh, thanks. Flue. I always forget what that's called. Shoot, you guys are talking faster than I are. Vicky says, do what's easier for you. I still can't find where to become a member to your channel. I don't know why. So there's a few people that can't, and I don't know why either. So when I go and look on my main page, in fact, let me go back and do it. When I go to my home page, it has our members, thank you to channel members, right under what, like for right now, it shows the live. But this is on my computer. So if you're on your phone or a tablet, I think it's totally different. And then there, right after some pictures of some of the members, there's a join button in blue. And if you click on that, then you're supposed to be able to join. And it's I just don't know. I know that you can't join on TV. So if you're watching on a TV, you kind of have to go to your computer to do it. So I don't know if that helps or not, but
she says, okay, that's probably why I've just been using my phone.
And there's a couple other people that have mentioned that to us. I can't find your join button, but that's the reason why. And I don't know if it's I don't know if you watch some people's videos and it'll pop up to say, hey, do you want to join our channel, da 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 da, and then you can click there. I don't know if it's doing that on my videos because I don't see that. That's not something that I do in the background. Mm-hmm. I think it's something that YouTube does. But Simple Acres Homestead said, I see it on the laptop. It's just to the left of subscribe. Yeah, see, I see it on mine where it has the Cusby Farms, my name, and then just right under this video, and then it has join and edit video and stuff. That's stuff that I see for me because I'm on my page, but way to be quiet, Ninja. He's like, huh?
I'm pretty sure if you went to the ninja class, they'd flunk him.
Oh, Kelly made it. Hi, Kelly. So, a couple of things we've been talking about doing is making an outdoor cat litter box so that the cats can have a little kitty door to the cat litter box. If they ever became indoor-outdoor cats, then that would be their little kitty door to come in and out. Yes, it's very, very going upstairs. We do have the elevator. I ran into Grant and Nicole at Home Depot the other day, and WWF, yes, that's exactly what it is. So I ran into them. We ran into them at Home Depot, and we were talking about welding the back of my cage for the elevator. We're pretty close to having that get started. I just gotta take it over there. What?
You should like lovingly hand me my Pringles. Oh.
Kira isn't doing clean eating. But she's losing weight. She's happy about that.
Yeah.
I Glittervator, yes.
Yeah, my thing is if I hold still too long, I get chunky. If we're moving around, I'll lose it away.
Well, but for your autism, they recommend you don't eat that kind of stuff.
They say don't. I haven't seen it yet.
They recommend the keto or carnivore diet. And I'm telling you what, I've been digging deeper into, autism and what can you do to help and all those things, right? And what causes it, la la la. Big rabbit hole, y'all. Big rabbit hole. So I'm just going to leave it at that.
Yeah. And I'm pretty into the carnivore diet. I was like, yes!
Yeah, so we've done where I get the chuck roast from Costco, and I grill that like a steak. And then basically the night that I grill it, I eat a serving off of it, and then the rest of it just goes in the fridge. And she eats off of it all week long. Like, it really does last her all week. Added to, she's got a much higher metabolism than I do. Yeah. So, she eats more than I do because she has higher metabolism. Yeah. And that has really helped.
Yeah, I like the carnivore diet because I stay full or longer.
Right.
So, and I have a problem with having the late night munchies. Like, I'll toss and turn and my stomach will start to hurt, and it's like, okay, I gotta eat something. So,
right.
I go and eat something, and that does not help. So, and we did the carnivore diet for however long, I never needed a late night snack because my stomach was still digesting the meat, and I was like, oh, this is amazing.
Yeah, so we need to get some more of the steak, the chuck roast, so that I can make that because we're out. And then I had bought, when we were at Costco, I bought chicken breasts, which are not my favorite. I don't know why I bought those. Not my favorite. I like the thighs. I like the dark meat. I don't like white meat.
Yes, there are ducks in the background.
There are ducks. We have baby ducks. We got 13 Muscovy ducks. 4 of them are brand new hatches. The rest are, I think she said, a week or 2 old. And they're so cute. I'm going to end up sending 10 of them to freezer camp and probably keeping 2 or 3 is what will end up happening. But the little babies are still in here because they're under a heat pad where the bigger ducks got to go out in a pen today, and we'll bring them in at night and put them out during the day. It's covered, so they can't. So we've got to transfer all the water to the pool, and we've got to put the net up over the duck area that we have, so that'll be good. They'll be able to be protected from the hawks, and otherwise we would just be feeding hawks and eagles and owls.
Yeah.
We may be catching hawks, eagles, and owls, and then we're in trouble. Maybe we should get some big welding gloves so we can rescue said hawks, eagles, and owls. I think I will put the shiny plates on top of that netting so that they can see that, and maybe that'll deter them. We did have a raven get into the chicken pen when we had the chicken pen, and I had to go in there and rescue it, and that whole thing was full on panicked, and I was like, tell your buddies to stop stealing my eggs.
Ravens are smart, but when they go into panic mode, they go into panic
Yeah,
mode.
he was like on the cage like, ah! And I was like, listen, I need to pick you off of here. And because the 4 roosters, there was 4 roosters in there, they were beating the tar out of him. They were like full on beating the tar out of him.
He's like, I regret my life choices.
Yeah, Kelly says old CDs work. So yeah, something like that. The little metal pans are pretty cheap. You can get them at the dollar store pretty cheap.
Yeah, I'll just go with bike streamers from the dollar store. Super cheap. And you get more for your buck.
Yeah, but they need to be able to see it. It needs to glitter off the sun hitting it, kind of thing. That's what that does. It's just to keep them off of it because I don't want to have to be rescuing. trying to figure out how to take that down and then go in, get in there and get a hold of it and all of those things. I don't want to play that game, not every day. Yeah, and then the next time you guys see her, she's scratched up from head to toe on antibiotic shots for rabies.
They could want love. They could just be sad and lonely and just want me to love
What you
them.
doing, sir? Coming down? You going home?
You want to, but it's Liam.
You don't want to go by yourself?
Mm-hmm.
Aw. So, let's see. At least the rabies shots are no longer in the stomach. Oh, they're not? I've never gotten rabies shots. Where are they at now? Just in your butt? They give you a butt shot?
They can have my thigh.
What?
We're laughing at Kira mistakes because we know Kira.
So I'm hoping we get a little bit more done tomorrow because we didn't get hardly anything done today. I still haven't even edited. Like normally I've edited by now, but I haven't even done that for tomorrow's video. But I do have a stanchion chat, so I'm literally going to put out the stanchion chat. And I think that's what I'm going to do is video everything that we do for the barn and one video, and then everything we do for inside-outside videos is I think how I'm going to handle it for the week. I think that'll work really well. Intramuscular, so anywhere in the muscle. So your thigh would work.
Yay!
Liam.
Upper arm or upper leg for young children.
Liam.
Hey Jasper, we're on a live, man.
Hey Jasper, do you want a shot?
He's like, no.
The other one you got me took the shot before.
You took a shot before? They're rude. Huh.
Grandma therefore when me have to took my COVID shot.
Oh.
So me to get COVID.
Oh. That's a shame. I'm interested in what we see in this next generation with these COVID shots. Shots are not fun. Yeah, I agree.
I always find my doctors, or at least the nurses that give me the shots, always find it hysterical that I watch them do it. They're like, most people look away. It's like, I'm so intrigued.
This where my shot was at, not
On-
there anymore.
On your arm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's not gonna get you food.
Don't let it get the food. The fly inside. All right, you guys have any questions on things that I missed on our Q&A? I do think I want to do a Q&A every now and then. Again, it makes it a very easy video to film. And I think it gets information out that people have been asking that it's like takes too long to type all of it in there in the reply. In the reply section.
Yeah. I think those would be good, like first Monday of the week and then third Monday of the week.
I think once a month is probably pretty good. I think once a month works well. Zap Outdoors. Hey family, how you doing? We're good. How are you? Where are you from? Where are you at? I feel like you're new here. We are just kind of hanging out actually this morning. We're having some heavy fatigue from the lupus RA. So, okay, Baltimore. Okay. Nice. So I haven't really delved into the RA symptoms, but one of my members said that it's very similar to lupus. And lupus is what I was diagnosed with. And I have not had the major fatigue. I've had fatigue, but not major fatigue. I feel like this whole week I could have just laid on the couch and done nothing. But I'm not new. I changed my name. Oh, okay. All right. Hi, Anthony. That makes more sense. Well, welcome back.
Yeah. Want to know something funny?
Yeah.
I only know the name Baltimore from Hairspray.
Oh, do you know I've never watched that movie?
Tia loved that movie.
Yeah, she was real into. Hi, Anna. Oops, I forgot. uh,
Yeah, she was super into it. Mom got it for her for like Christmas or something, and she would watch it like 5 times a day.
right.
So crazy.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
Not bad. Like,
Been watching for 2 to 3. Yep, Anthony, I know who you are. I just didn't know who Zap Outdoors was. That's who I didn't know. I recognize your name. So, yeah, let me know if you guys have any questions, because we were talking earlier and I was like, what are we going to talk about? Like, my brain is just not even functioning today. So we got all the concrete for the goat barn. We've got our sonotubes. We do. I want to have a guy come out and do some maintenance on the sawmill. And so I've been trying to get in touch with him to come out and do the maintenance on the sawmill. Just get us up and going, get everything running smoothly. I was having some issues with the hydraulics at the end of last season. So we're either losing a connection there or something. I don't know. So Kelly said, I asked another, but I forgot it. Hannah, sorry, KJ, you're supervised now. Is Chloe tolerating the cats any better? She is actually. We've been doing big training with her where it's very black and white. If you growl at the cats, you get big discipline. If the cats walk by and you don't growl at the cats, you get big love. So it is very black and white for her. And the other day, one of the cats like ran around the corner and ran up on her on accident, and she had no reaction. In fact, she looked at me like, did you see that? I don't want to get in trouble. So I was actually really proud of her on that one. Jody, just don't stand on it, the sawmill. Is it helping? It is helping. So, I really wouldn't just leave her alone with the cats at this point. She grew up with cats. Like her first 3 years, she had cats around her. So I think she's just grumpy that they're in her space, kind of thing.
Yeah. Ooh, I know another thing that you need to tell them.
What?
Like one of the most important things.
What?
The Ural.
Yeah. We don't know if that's happening yet. We did find a guy to work on the Ural, which is my motorcycle with a sidecar. And it's been sitting for 3 years. Anthony, I did see your message. I'm going to get to that here in a second. But I need to rent a trailer to take it to him. And then we just don't know how much it's going to cost, which always stresses me out. So, he'll look it over and then give me a quote. It's not like he's just going to fix it, but we really wanted to get the Ural fixed. So Anthony asked, how is the Homestead coming along? It's slow. I don't know if you know, Anthony, but I was diagnosed with lupus, and then they decided to call it RA because it's just said I didn't have enough lupus symptoms, but it could be either one of those. And then I have had a breast cancer scare, so it's pre-cancer at this point. So we've had to slow way down, and we're working through those health issues. But we are trudging along every day. We're just trying to get a little bit done every day. We're getting some cleanup and some must-haves done so that, next spring, we're just in such a better place. And next spring, the goal is as soon as I can get and if we have a milder winter, by the way, I should be able to get on the mill a little bit earlier. But we're setting up some logs that we're cleaning out of the garden area. We're finishing cleaning up that area, and I'm going to get those logs set up so that we can start milling for the shop again and get back onto the shop. Jody asked, what's going on with the... Kira has somebody for you to see. Very jumpy. These are the day-old hatches. Woo! Good catch.
When she said jumpy, she was not kidding.
We're hoping to make these little babies really friendly. Hopefully they're not all boys. Jody asks what's going on with the car. So the car, it looks like the clutch system is down in it. It just completely went. Are you leaving me? You are? I love you so much. So it just, the clutch system went out on it. So I don't know what I'm going to do with it, really. Let's see. Anna asked, did Kira get a duck? We got 13 Muscovy ducks. Picked them up last night. And I love him. Baby. Let's see. KJ, I can't blame her. She's older too. Obviously, it needs to be addressed, of course. Yeah, I mean, this is a really small place. So we are all on top of each other. And, it happens where she's laying there and a cat will, like, jump off the ladder and be right next to her, or come running around and be right next to her. It will be really good once the elevator's done, because how that'll work is basically the elevator will stay up. When you use it, you bring it down, you get on it, you take it up. When you come down in the morning, you get off of it, you take it up. That opens that whole corner space, and you have to keep that space clear because the elevator needs to come down. So that'll give that whole little corner availability. Hi, Nancy. Cats are trouble starters. So the ducks, we got 4 day-old hatches. 4 or 3? 3, 4. 4. I think we got 4 of the little tiny babies. And 9. Yeah, 4 and 9. So 9 of the 2-week-old ones and 4 of the day-old hatches. So they love to pick when they know their target will get in trouble. So Kai is really mad at us because they got out and now he has to be back in. So he's just hissing at everybody. He's just walking around hissing.
He's even throwing. And he's smacking the dogs.
Smacking the dogs. He did that. He smacked Justin. Justin's like, what did I do?
And Chloe looked at him and he just growled.
He did. I mean, normally they steer clear of her. Really steer clear of her. Now, if one of the cats attack her, it's kind of game on at that point, because she's not going to get in trouble for defending herself. She'll get in trouble for escalating it to really big, but she won't get in trouble for defending herself. But yeah, last night he was like, I want to beat someone up and I'm picking on Chloe. She was like, Mom. Just kept looking at me. And I was like, you're such a good girl. Here's Cookie.
Yeah.
They're all back in. Yeah, they all got back in. I honestly think if we had a kitty door, they would come in and out. Especially at 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. when we milk, because they get fresh milk every milking, so they come running for that. They love it. Kai, not so much. He really has not been. He was at first, but now he's like, meh. But the little girls, the little kitties, they love it.
It just said for now.
For now. She's going to start wanting them to hit her so she can have cookies, right? I'm going to smack me. I need a cookie. She's hilarious. We weighed her. She weighs 37 pounds. She needs to lose like 7 pounds minimum. She's a little chunk meister. And the hard part is we all gain weight in the wintertime. Even her. Justin, not so much. She's got a high metabolism. That one, I think what I'm going to end up doing, this is the hard part. He has the drive to guard his food more than eat it. Where Chloe's like, I'm going to eat it, but then I'll guard it. He's like, I'm just going to lay here and guard it. And if you come to take it, I will get up and eat it. So he needs super high calorie dense food. Oh, well, she ate that entire bag of treats once. Yes, she did. So when we take them up, we have to take Chloe up second. Because if you take her up first, she leans over the hole and drools on you because she gets so excited for the treat because they get a cookie when they go upstairs to bed. And she'll be like dripping drool. I used to gross this thing. So she has to go up second so that you don't get drooled on the entire time.
And she looks at you like you did her wrong because she does. Like, I'm a princess.
Yeah. Carla said Muscovy ducks are so sweet and pretty quiet. Best eggs for baking. We even like them fried and scrambled. So I have not tried Muscovy eggs. So I'm glad that you said that because duck eggs to me are very grainy and it fully grosses me out. I will bake with them, but I don't just eat them like I would chicken eggs. So that's actually really good to know because I'll give them a try. They're not grainy, but when we had all the Peking ducks here and they were laying eggs and we tried eating them, all of us were like, that's a hard no for us, hard no.
I don't eat the waterfowl eggs. They're all gross, in my
But
opinion.
you haven't tried Muscovy. Muscovies are not ducks; they're cousins of the ducks. Do you know what else I learned? Someone told me this that on here on the channel that when Donald breeds the girls, it's like a mule. The babies will be infertile, which is fine because we just plan on putting them in freezer camp, so no big deal. And then once we have the amount that we want for freezer camp, we'll collect the eggs and probably feed the pigs with them. But if they taste good and if they're not grainy, it's the graininess that gets me. Like, it was so creepy. It was like there was sand in them.
Yeah, the white part gets me. I hate it.
But you ate that in all eggs, right?
I prefer the yolk, but the white part in duck eggs is like the grossest part, in my opinion, because it's so different from a chicken egg.
Interesting.
It's like whatever, like you can taste the difference between a duck egg and a chicken egg, and whatever ducks do, or waterfowl birds do, is so gross, in my opinion. Like, I can't even put it in my mouth. I'm like, nope.
I also think it might be an acquired taste. Okay. I'll try it once. Like, I'll give it a go. Say, funny thing. The quail eggs are so cute. And so they put me on what the heck is the name of that stuff? It's not Ozempic, but it's the other shot. Starts with the W. I have no appetite at all. So we have to get my weight down for surgery. And so I just, and with the lupus or RA, I have not been able to lose any weight. And so, I can't remember the name of that stuff. It's going to kill me. It's going to kill my brain. Can you go get it out of the refrigerator? Love baking with them, but don't eat them any other way. Okay.
Yeah, KJ said, did we...
Wegovy. Kelly said it. Kelly knew Wegovy, the Wegovy shot. And it does seem to be working. I'm down 10 pounds from when I weighed at the VA to the scale. They sent me a scale, which is so rude. But they did. The VA was like, here, you need to weigh yourself often. Here's a scale. It was kind of fun, though. We weighed all the dogs and the cats. Kira is down.
I'm 160.
And what were you when you got? You're down like 20 pounds since when you got here. Yeah, so when she got here. So that would have been in May. The middle of May. Because the baby goats were born a week after or a few days after you got here.
A week after.
Yeah, so that's like really good. And honestly, it's not like she's starving herself. So,
Okay, let's correct that one. I will until she decides she wants to eat. So I have to get better at saying, I'm hungry.
She has to tell me that she's hungry. So that's one of the things with the meal prepping and making the big chuck roast on the grill like a steak, that she can just grab food whenever she's hungry, and it works out really well. And then I'm doing, because I know I need the calories, and I'm finding with the heat in the summer, I prefer to drink my calories versus eating. So I am doing 2 protein coffee-ish drinks. They're fancy. They're like dessert, but they're, sugar-free and all those things, and high protein, twice a day. So she's getting that also. But we did thanks, Kelly, but we did, we did the meals. They're mostly chicken right now.
Yeah, speaking of dessert, I finished my dinner, so...
What?
Like, I should, like, get a good girl.
You should get a coffee because you gotta do.
Yeah, like whatever it is you made yesterday was so good.
Yeah.
I loved it. I was like,
Yeah.
I even did. I was like,
So, but the quail eggs that we were talking about, this is what started this whole thing. My thought was, I'll just have however many quail eggs that they have, which right now we're getting about 4 to 5 a day. So I think it was
6 if we're lucky.
3 equals 1 chicken egg. So I was like, I'll just make those. I'll eat those every morning, and that'll be my morning breakfast. But I am just not hungry at all.
They say you got skinny.
Aw, thanks. I feel it in my face. Is
That's
where
what they said.
where I'm feeling it. Oh, good. You guys see it too. Yay! It's not just me. It's dreaming. Oh, we're actually gonna hang up a mirror. So we pulled down where the TV's at. We're moving the TV to actually right here by the couch. It'll be next to the elevator, so that you can sit here and watch TV. And we're putting a mirror where the TV used to be. So now we'll get to see what we look like, because we have no mirrors in here. We really don't know what we look like until we put the camera on and video. And then we're like, oh, wow. That's why you see me doing a lot of, wow, I have crazy lady hair. So, by the way, I have a really good recipe for pickled quail eggs that might make it a fast snack for you. Oh, nice. I'll have to try it, because I used to make pickled eggs all the time for an ex-boyfriend, and he loved them. I just never could quite try it. So, Anna says, me too. I was just telling the group that your face looks thinner, which is fun. It's fun to see that it's finally working. I'm bummed that it's taking the Wegovy for it to happen. I did a carnivore diet all winter long and didn't lose any weight. And I was pretty strict because I was stuck here on the mountain and I couldn't just run to the store and get a snacky snack. I had what was in the refrigerator that was it. So, yeah, that was pretty bummer. But, whatever it takes right now, I guess. We'll get this weight off, and then I can go ahead and have the surgery if I still need it, and then we'll be good to go. But I'm really looking forward to the prep work we're doing this year for next year. I feel like next year we're going to get the shop done. My son's actually building his little house. So they'll be in the shell of it. So I said, here's my advice. Don't live in it until it's done. And he's like, we're totally living in it before it's done. He's like, because that way we have heat. They went last winter with heated blankets for heat. And I kept telling them, y'all can come over here. It's warm. It's warm in here if you want to even just sleep in here. But no, they want to be in their own space, which is totally fine. But yeah, so he'll have a wood stove going and heat this winter. So they're going to be in that. So I totally get it. But it's so hard to be in it.
Yeah. And to answer your question, KJ, no, none of us want a dog drill shower.
And no, we don't. That's disgusting. So she goes up last. The fun thing about the elevator is it's 3 foot by 3 foot. So all of us will be able to fit on there, me and the 2 dogs, to go up for the night. So that'll be really nice. And they've ridden elevators before. So basically for the elevator, I have to weld the fencing to the cage, and then weld the back, because the back is open on it. So that has to be welded with a frame that will have a hook on it that the winch can hook onto to pull it up. And then it's got wheels on it, and the rails are against the wall, and that keeps it from tipping, is the plan. I could do a wooden frame in the back, but I think I'd rather have it all welded and all done like that. So, are the cats going to be able to use a new climbing system to get up? So Kai can jump up on there. The girls can jump up on here, and they can I'm going to end up putting vent holes in the floor, because if you think about it, the heat won't really be able to rise upstairs. So upstairs will be much cooler than what it has been with this big old hole opening. So I'm going to do a couple of vents in the floor so that air can rise. And I'm actually going to leave those open so that the cats can get up and down upstairs. So going to cut pool noodles to put around the opening for some padding. The opening of what? That's what I need to know. Because I topic jump a lot. So one of the openings will actually be under the bed, so they'll be able to come up under the bed and then come out, and that'll give them a safe space from the dogs. The dogs won't be able to get in there. I'll do a little kitty door that maybe has the little brush on it, so it brushes them as they go through and pulls all their hair off. The elevator hole. Oh, okay. No, it's going to be cut about an inch bigger than the elevator itself. So there'll be that little bit of hole of space. So basically that was one, so that it wouldn't have to fight to get up in there and sit where it needs to sit, but also so that there can be airflow around it so that the heat can rise. And like I said, like when I come down in the morning, I'll come down and then raise it back up. And the one thing that I'm going to have to monitor and watch is my power bank. Because if my power bank dies up there, I have a separate power bank up there. Both bedrooms have their own power banks from the Bluetti. Eventually, it'll all be hooked up. But if I let that die, I won't be able to go to bed. I'll have to go upstairs. I'll have to go outside, put a ladder up, climb up, and come through the door. That would be bad. that would be terrible.
That, or I'd have to like climb up the shipping container door and bring her a battery.
Well, you'd have to, no, because it would be plugged into the, we'd have to bring the power bank downstairs to charge it. One thing I do want to do, so we can charge these power banks from the Bluetti, but it goes, hi Bob, but it pulls a huge amount of power really quickly. So the best way is to charge those with the generator. So I actually think that I want to have an extension cord going up where you can plug in to charge from the generator upstairs. So that one can be charged. Again, once all of the electric is finished being run, and we have that all hooked up, then it won't matter because it'll all be hooked up from the Bluetti. And the Bluetti is charged to 100% before we go to bed. This morning I woke up, it was at 25%, but we're running the heating pad for the baby ducks. They'll need to be on under heat for a little bit. So, let's see. Can you hang a solar panel on your wall outside the power bank? No, because we're all in the shade. This is all shaded back here. There's no sun. It has to be farther away. The Bluetti is hooked up to the solar panels now. So basically when we have good sun, it's not enough to charge it up to 100 and run everything, but it is enough to keep it at 100 once we charge it. So we charge it in the morning. It keeps it at 100 almost all day. And then we run the generator to just top it off right before bed. Kelly, Bob, when are you finally going to become a member? Yeah, what Kelly said. Hi, Bob. Okay, fine. I will take care of the baby ducks. Just call me Mama. Oh, you didn't ask me to. That's okay. I volunteer. Anna, that's funny. Bob is a busy man. That's why we have not seen him. What? Hand raised.
Why, Bob? Why do they call you Bob instead of Robert? Since
that's his. Well, so when you shorten, you know how like William, they say Billy.
yeah,
It's a nickname for that name, and Bob is a nickname for Robert.
Wouldn't it be Rob then?
It can be Rob. My brother-in-law goes by Rob instead of Bob. There's multiple things you can.
I've never had a nickname, so I don't
Because
know
your name
any
is
of it.
Kira. It's short.
Yeah, I don't know name things. So
Robert, hot glass. Watch out. You mean hot flash? It's from this
He's a
light.
Flash.
It's it's from this light. This light puts off a ton of heat. It's why I don't usually use the lights when I'm filming, because I feel like I'm gonna die and have a heat stroke.
Which is funny because I'm just sitting here.
Anna, he goes by Bobbert sometimes. That's because all of his friends here are girls, and we've started calling him that.
Hang in there, man. More dudes will show up someday.
Yeah, Bob and I chat. I can't wait until you get your new light in. I can't either. I got some really pretty lights that have fans with them, so we'll be able to hook them up. I'm really trying to decide. So the Blue Eddy battery, $1,500 for a second battery on this. Now I was researching that if you connect two units, so basically the unit I have right now connected to the same exact thing, so you have two, they're connected together, you can get a 240 volt plug-in thing to run your whole thing. So if like that, my brain's not braining. The stove that had a 240 on it, I could have ran that. So it's $1,500 for the second battery, or it's $2,400 for the whole second little unit. So I'm just trying to decide. I do think that I need a second battery as we're getting everything put in and put on. Like, I would really like to add a second chest freezer. And I think at that point, so I have the two chest freezers right now. One's not plugged in. The smaller one's not plugged in. But if I was to plug it in, and let's just say that's the one I put birds and rabbits in, right, for the freezer camp. And then the other one holds all of my red meat.
I think Anna and Bob are having a battle.
Yeah, they do. So, or fruits and vegetables or whatever. If I was to run that, I do think it would pull down quite a bit.
Nancy just got involved.
Kelly says, or the alternative that you could run with the wind turbine, other alternative that we were talking about. Yeah, so we've been talking about, I've got to call Blue Eddy and see, because in their manual, it shows a wind turbine hooked up directly into the unit, into the Blue Eddy unit, just like the solar panels. But when I talked to the representative who, when I was doing the collaboration with this, she said, don't do that. Don't. And I'm like, but it's in your manual. And she's like, no, don't do that. It's not set up for that. So I've got to find out if that's true or not, because we had a lot of wind in the wintertime, and that would take care of pretty much all of our needs, I feel like. My goal at the shop is to have like 4 or 5 wind turbines up out there, because in the wintertime there's always wind going, and then we can set up a whole unit in there. Okay, so I have been debating. We play if we won the lottery. Now, mind you, we don't play the lottery, so I don't know how any of this would ever come through, because we don't play the lottery. But we do what would we do if we won the lottery game? And I kind of feel like I would bring electricity to the shop. Keep everything else off grid, but have electricity at the shop. Because then we would be able to have a huge power bank. Let's just say the 900 series with Blue Eddy, that could run everything. And if we weren't charging our smaller units in our homes, my son has the 800 unit that he's going to run his house off of, and he would be able to charge it from the grid if we just did not have enough to run it. Like, for some reason, theirs is having issues with the solar panels. It's the 800 unit. It's been a train wreck, to be honest with you. They need to just completely refund him money on it or send him a 900 series or something. I don't know.
Hi, Charlins.
The 800 series of the Blue Eddies he got right when they first hit the market, and he's been having nothing but problems with it. I have no problems with this one. And I have the 300 series. I wouldn't mind upgrading to the 500 series, because it just has just a little bit more power, but I don't think this house needs it. My barn dominium, I would probably do the 8 or the 900 series because those run whole houses. So,
Bye, Bob.
bye, Bob. Thanks for dropping in.
Charlins.
What was the price to run power to the shop? Wasn't it like $20,000? Yes. Yes, it was. That's why we'd have to win the lottery. Hi, Charlene.
That's how you say that name.
Yeah.
My bad.
So I don't know. That's kind of been our because I do think one of my big money draws in the wintertime is gas for the generator. So if there's any way to get this charged,
Bye, Lisa.
it's a shame that we couldn't figure out. Somebody's got to have a video on this. So if you know anybody has a video on it, it's a shame that we couldn't produce electricity from running the wood stove somehow that could charge the Blue Eddy. Ready, go find those. All right, it is 6:11. We've got to, I don't know, do something today. I mean, we did milk goats this morning. So I gotta wash dishes, and I think we're gonna do a little bit of cleanup because it feels like a bomb went off in here. Steam engine powered would do it. Ooh. I'm going to go Google that and start looking that up, because if I could charge this from the wood stove all winter long, that would be fantastic, right? Like that would be a big deal. Hannah, we've got to do something today. Well saved. We did milk goats. We do that twice a day no matter what.
Clam chowder.
Ooh, Alicia, that's what you're having for dinner? Yum. I love clam chowder. So good.
I don't see the appeal in it.
I love it.
I have to try her clam chowder.
Thanks,
if she
Danielle.
makes it, because every time it was clam chowder from a can, I'd smell it and like, nope.
Well, anything from the can is fairly disgusting. So, I don't. That's just my opinion.
Yeah. Tomato soup.
Homemade is written. No, tomato soup, I can taste the metallic in it. But I don't eat a lot of tomato soup. It makes my tongue swell up. So
I don't like homemade tomato soup because people put chunks of tomato in it. It's like, nope.
you don't like the chunks.
Yeah, I like the tomato soup that you just add from the can that you just add water to.
Well, it just need to be pureed better and no chunks in it.
Yeah. And I like grilled cheese.
You know what I really like for tomato soup is the freeze-dried tomato powder that has the basil and herb seasonings in it, and you actually get it from Thrive Life freeze-dried foods. Oh my word, best tomato soup I've ever had in my life.
I'll try it.
It's so good. We have some of the powder. I don't think I have they ran out of the seasoned stuff, so you have to add your own seasoning, and I have not been able to perfect it as much as theirs was. But yeah, we had grilled cheese sandwiches and that one day on a rainy day, and it was phenomenal. Best I'd ever had.
Yeah, I'll give it a try.
All right. Good night, everybody. See you later.
Ciao.
Boop.